In this episode of 5 Things, Tips You Can Use for Your RV, we start off with a maintenance tip. Every once in a while you should clean out under your carpet that is attached to your slide out, because quite often in an RV screws will fall out and things from manufacturer, and if they get under this lip it can gouge your flooring. And even if your slide does not have carpeting, still get under it, because carpeting or not, you can gouge your floor if there's an obstruction underneath. Well, you know, every once in a while you just come up with an idea to just kind of help improve things a little bit. And this is the case with my satellite receiver. And I have my receiver in this cabinet, and it's a Dish Wally. And it works, but the problem is I have just a rat's nest of wires back here, and also I have an HDMI bridge that seems like every time I go down the road it gets disconnected. So I'm going to try to improve some of this rat's nest and maybe organize it a little bit better. And after cleaning the cabinet out, I built this piece of starboard. This is 1/4 inch thick starboard, and I put some feet on the end of it, and that fits just into the cabinet like this. So we're going to mount the Wally and all the other parts right on the shelf. So we've got our board assembled. We have our Wally here, and this is a webbing strap to hold it in. We have our HDMI splitter here, and the cable can't come out now. We have a hard drive, DVR, and we also have an electrical box. And this whole assembly then goes into this cabinet, and we'll push it in and then wire it up the rest of the way. And in the lower cabinet I put an AC remote control switch in there so that if I'm not using the Wally I can turn it on and off. I originally was just going to put a standard switch in, but I found one of these that had not only the on-off switch to the side, but also has an RF remote control, so I can turn it on and off without even opening the cabinet. So now we have everything installed and completed, all wired up, and everything is nice and secure. It won't get bounced around as we're going down the road. And I'm posting a link here to my webpage for the project, and on that webpage I'll have links for all the items that I purchased to do this project. This is the GFI receptacle in my RV, and in this video I'm going to replace this one with a different one. And you may wonder, well, why do you want to do that? Well, the main difference is this one actually has an alarm. This one doesn't. It's already happened a couple times where the GFCI is tripped, and we didn't realize it until we tried to use an outlet that was downstream from the GFCI, because we don't normally use this one a lot. By replacing the outlet with this one, if it trips, it'll sound an alarm. And now we have it all installed, so let's turn the breaker on. And we're okay. If we had tripped it, it would have a light on it. And we can test it by pushing the test. And you see we have a yellow light, meaning that it's tripped. Now if we flip this switch down, trip it, then you can hear a alarm. Now this alarm is not very loud, so I'm a little disappointed in that, but you know, if everything else is quiet you'll be able to hear it. And you can turn the alarm on and off. There's a little toggle switch here. Well, have you ever been to an RV show where they have all the running lights lit up on the trailers? Well, they use something like this. This is a Nappy Camper trailer light plug, and you simply plug it in to the end here. You just find where the key is, and then you just simply make 2 contacts like that. Now there actually is a practical use for this. And I use it to turn on the running lights, which turns on the camera, and so if I have to work on the camera I don't have to back the truck up and hook the truck to the trailer. Well, after owning our 5th wheel for 4 seasons, my wife finally smacked her head on the pin box. So I decided to buy this. And this is called the RV Safe Zone pin box cushion. They're not cheap. They're around $70, but of the $70, the shipping from UPS was $33. So that's pretty expensive shipping. So I would recommend buying it from a local dealer if you can find it. I couldn't find one because this is the Magnum version, which is for the Moride type pin boxes. And I could find the standard one, but not the one for the Moride. So I ended up having to order it from the factory. And even the $70 is cheaper than going to the emergency room. And there's a Velcro strap here. And this slides right over the pin box. And not only does it protect you from the hard edges of the pin box, but the pin itself is recessed within the foam rubber block. However, the only thing that's not protected is this edge here. But perhaps a couple pool noodles will protect that area. But we'll tackle that project at a later date.